And hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's Dave Bondy. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. Been having some technical issues on my end as well. Today is Sunday, September 10th. I want everyone to remember September 11th, which is tomorrow. You have not heard a lot about that. I haven't heard anything about that in the media. I'm 48 years old. I remember 9/11, where I was, and a lot of younger people were not around during 9/11. But we need to tell people about 9/11 and honor those who lost their lives and remember what happened on that day. But anyway, we're talking about government transparency and the lack thereof. I am in Michigan. And if you're watching from another state, you need to keep watching because this is an issue that will impact you no matter where you're at. Because Michigan is absolutely horrendous with transparency. Other states really don't do much better. There are some good ones, but there's a man out there, and I met him through social media, and he's a really cool guy, and he's trying to make a difference. His name is John Clore. I'm going to bring him on right now and make sure. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yes, sir, you did.
Okay, good to meet you. So, Michigan Initiatives for Action is your group?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, the average person, I have a journalism background. I've worked throughout the country, and I grew up in Michigan. And my first state when I moved out was in Alabama. And when I moved there, I was like, oh my God, other states actually give information and they give you 911 tapes. They give you, documents. Michigan, the average person doesn't know this, but it is almost impossible to get public information in Michigan. This is something that I would think everyone knows, but they don't, right?
That's right. A lot of people I encounter have no idea that the executive and legislative branches here in the state are completely exempt from FOIA requests or public information requests. And you wonder why things are so corrupt. Why is the infrastructure failing? Why can't we drive on the roads? Why can't we drink the freaking water? It's insane.
Well, we dealt that in the city of Flint when I was a reporter in Flint. We tried or we couldn't FOIA Governor Snyder's, documents, and it wasn't just him. The thing is, this is not a Republican Democrat issue. This is just a freedom of information issue. And I want to say that first, right? This is not political, correct?
No, it's completely nonpartisan. This is about the people holding our elected officials accountable.
Yeah, because there could be a Democrat or Republican in office, and this isn't also for the journalists. The journalists should be able to do it, but as you, a member of the public, you should be able to ask for information. So right now, you cannot file a Freedom of Information Act for the governor's office or the state legislature. Is that correct?
That's correct. That is correct. And it's been that way for 47 years in this state when Act 442 was enacted in 1976. So it's a lot of people aren't aware of this, and it's very shocking because Michigan is one of two states that fully exempts the executive branch and one of 7 states that excludes the legislative branch. The rest of the country was able to figure it out.
Yeah. Now, what are you doing to try? You're one guy, one group. What are you doing to try to make this right?
I thought about it. What's the best way to try to curb the corruption here in Michigan? And it's transparency. We need to be able to see what our elected officials are doing so we can hold them accountable. And that was the huge factor, was the FOIA Act and not being able to request for public records for those two branches. So I studied the amendments, the act. I'm sorry, I studied the act, and I noticed that the definition of public body, that was the specific portion of the act that was excluding the executive branch, and I amended to add the executive branch and the legislative branch and all employees thereof. So, it's very simplistic. I kept it very simple to lessen the margin for error, so that way they can't come back and say, oh, the language doesn't vibe or anything like that. So, we shouldn't have any problem with getting this on the ballot through the Board of State Canvassers once we submit the signatures.
Now, what's the process? Do you have to get how many signatures in a certain amount of time or no?
Well, first it was drafting the petition. I'm not someone that has ever drafted in a legislative initiative. So The petition was a learning process. It took 7 revisions to get it past the Secretary of State Bureau of Elections. But once that was met, then I was able to sponsor the initiative in front of the Board of State Canvassers, who then voted unanimously to approve that. So we are currently in circulation. And yes, we have to get 365,000 signatures by the deadline of January 6th. I could not have planned that date. There's no way I could have planned that date. But from the day that I submitted the petition, as 100 days from that day is January 6th. But we're trying to shoot for a couple of weeks ahead of time to get all those petitions together in order, counted, verified, and that way we can just go ahead and take them to the Secretary of State.
If someone's watching on whatever social media platform, how can they find that? How can they sign that? How can they get a hold of one?
We have 71 as of tomorrow. I got to mail out more petitions, but we have 70 petition circulators across the state. We are active in 35 counties and 2 townships. If people want to get involved, they can go to the website, which is michiganinitiatives.org. And they can go to the Get Involved link and sign up to be a petition circulator.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up that website right now. And I haven't signed any petitions because being a journalist, I'm not allowed to take sides. I haven't in the past. What do? You just give your name, your address, your phone number. What do you do when you fill it out?
Well, each petition sheet is catered to one county. So I would go up to whoever is I'm trying to, proposition to get a signature, and I would ask, are you are you registered to vote? Yes. Okay. Well, there's a petition that, we have this initiative to amend the FOIA request to expand it to the executive and legislative branches. And, I ask them what county they're in. If they tell me they're in Ingham County, then I go ahead and pull my sheet that's been dedicated for that county. And then they they sign their name, they print their name, they print their address, print their city, and the date that they are signing.
Okay. Is this the correct website I have pulled up?
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay. So I'm going to put a link to that so people can know as well. And it says contact us. So if anyone has any questions, they can just message you.
Yeah, they can contact, or they can go to the donate, because petitions cost money to print and the mailing of the petitions, or they can go to Get Involved to actually sign the form to become a petition circulator.
Okay. So they can help out if they want to.
Yes.
And your legislation, let me ask, doesn't address something that it doesn't address all of it, like the cost and so forth, but yours is a step in the right direction, correct?
Yeah, mine does not include the cost, which is something that definitely needs to be addressed in the future, because what they're doing, and it's completely asinine to the core, what they're doing is they're double taxing the people with the charge of a FOIA request. Keep in mind that these materials are already paid for and bought for by the taxpayer. So the money to buy the paper to print on, the ink that they're using to produce the copies of whatever records you are requesting, that's all taxpayer funded. But then they're charging each taxpayer that's already paid for these materials again to do the FOIA request, or to go through the FOIA process for the time it takes to look up at the research. Why, by the way, these people are already getting paid a salary. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, sorry, my monitor here went out. I'm having to switch monitors here real quick. Sorry, I apologize. Okay. Yeah, and the average person may not know. For example, during the Flint water crisis and things like that, if I as a reporter, file a Freedom of Information request, I turn it into the state or whatever agency, the health department, whatever, and they would come back and say, okay, we can give you the information, but you owe us $4,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yes, it is. And it's uncalled for. It's double taxing the people. It's more than double taxing.
So the first step is to open the governor's office and lawmakers. It seems, what is the opposition? Have you heard what opposition there is to this?
Ooh, it is a lot.
From the lawmakers, probably.
Man, I put a target on my back. I've lost a lot of friends. I tell you what, when I go down to Lansing, they're all smiling at me and they're like, "Hi, John." But man, I can tell they're trembling because I tell them transparency's coming, accountability's coming. You better be ready because I'm not going to quit. If this doesn't pass this time around, we're going to rinse and repeat. And we're going to come at it again because, you know, the legislators, they put forth bills to try to expand the FOIA requests or FOIA Act, but these bills never get through. They always die. There's currently a bill package in place by Schuette and Kuntz. Those two refuse to get behind this initiative, which is a bulletproof way to get it on the ballot, bypassing those two branches, bypassing all the red tape, get it directly on the ballot with the initiative. But these two reps refuse to back this initiative because they say that they have a lot of they feel really good about their bill package, that it's going to pass. And good luck with your initiative. I'm like, wow. But they're not the only ones. There's a lot of Republicans, but we do have some good guys. We have Jonathan Lindsay, Senator Lindsay, he's circulating petitions in his district. Thanks to him. We do have a couple of Democrat state reps that signed the petition as well. Again, it's a nonpartisan issue.
Yeah, so you've had Republicans and Democrats. Nowadays, you can't get anyone to agree on anything usually.
Well, that's another beautiful thing about this is it kind of forces people to get on the same page because everybody wants this. There's a lot of grassroots leaders even I'm calling out lately. I think it's because their egos get in the way because they didn't think of this or they didn't come out with it. They can't put their stamp on it, that they don't want to get involved. They don't want to help push this. And it's like, aren't you guys for freedom? Aren't you for liberty? I don't understand. Accountability, transparency sounds real good on the stage when you're talking about it, asking for donations, but you're not doing anything to get that.
True. What someone's asking in the live chat, what's the website again?
MichiganInitiatives.org.
Okay, MichiganInitiatives.org. Another comment says, we want to help in Tuscola. Oh, they had an issue with the Caro Area District Library, whatever it may be. They wanted to charge them $3,400 for a FOIA request for some paperwork.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. So just another example.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to eliminate all costs of FOIA requests. Like, again, it's already been paid for. It's already been paid for.
Yeah. So people can sign up. And how did this start for you? I mean, why is this an issue that you even did? Was there something in your life or that a light bulb went on and said, this is just wrong? I mean, I'm a journalist, so obviously I know how horrible it is. What was it for you that just kind of woke you up?
I created a news outlet a couple of years ago. It was because the media was so one side slanted, especially here in Lansing. And I was like, nobody's reporting the actual facts. And I have a background in digital media. Yeah. So, I can shoot video, I can shoot pictures, and I can write a little bit. So I put together Us Against Media, which was a very fitting name because that's how I felt at the time. It was Us Against the Media because that was our biggest enemy. It still is. All the disinformation it spews out.
Yeah.
So, running Us Against Media, trying to FOIA request our legislators to see what was going on with the election, to see what they were talking about in emails and, getting the response that we couldn't find out. And I was just like, why? I was just, how is this even possible? And I just totally was dumbfounded. So that media outlet, Us Against Media, kind of ran its course. And I was involved with 13 different campaigns online, building their online presence, building their websites, working on their social media accounts. After that ended, a couple of things went sour with some things that folded out there. And I thought about it. I was like, what's the thing that I can do on my way out of the political scene? Because I don't want to be involved with politics in Michigan. It's a dirty game, and I don't like it. I despise politics, but I advocate for policy. So the wife and I were brainstorming, what's one thing that we could do to have a major impact, positive impact on our way out the door? Just to say, you know what? Here's something we got the ball rolling in. Now it's in the hands of Michiganders. If you want to change, get involved. It's up to you guys now. And that's where we're at.
Well, good. And you're going to have to keep me updated. And the website, I'm going to put that out there, put the link out there. And when did you start? When did the process start? That was just approved recently, wasn't it? Didn't they just approve it?
Yes. I'm going to say it was July 11th that I submitted the petition. All that information is public record. You can go to the Secretary of State, a Michigan website. It's on the Board of State Canvassers section.
Yep.
You want to scroll down on the Board of State Canvassers page, and it's on the petitions section. It's the first petition. You click that link. There's going to be the actual petition. It's going to show you the front and the back. On the back is the full language that we are amending with the definition of public body. And then it has the actual printer's affidavit that is time stamped. It has the date and everything. And that's when the time starts counting down, is when that printer's affidavit is submitted to the Secretary of State.
Wow. Okay. I have someone in the comments. She said she is going to help. She's going to contact you, the website. She's going to help petition in Oakland County. So there you go. So
that's great. Yeah. I think we have like 6 or 7 petitioners there already. Our largest county that we have for petitioners is Wayne County. I'm very surprised. I know it's the highest populace. We should have a lot, but again, it's a nonpartisan issue. Like, we have the most petitioners in Wayne County.
Exactly. And what someone just said, government transparency needs to happen. There's too many secrets on all levels. And so, yeah, I think this is something that people can agree on. And I'm going to put your website out there. It looks like we already got you another one in Oakland County. I'm sure you won't turn down anyone. So yeah, keep me updated, message me. I'll bring you on again to get an update on this, because as a journalist, this is deep to my heart. Like I said, when I lived in other states, it really amplified how horrible Michigan is. Alabama, Florida is night and day. They call it, there's no sunshine in Michigan. They call it the sunshine law. And Florida is just amazing when it comes to the information you can get out of the government in Florida. Michigan, it's like they turn the sun off and you don't see any light.
Yeah, it's scary. It really is.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much. I'll send you a link out, and please stay in touch.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Will do.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, bye. Hey, there you go, everyone. Yeah, that was John Clore talking about the freedom of information in Michigan. Sorry if I was looking down here. I've had some computer issues. My 2 monitors that I have just died. So I am on my laptop right here. And no, this is nothing new. They give out teacher information all the time. Lady Rebecca, FOIA sucks, says Jordan. It gets censored. It does. Many times with FOIA, you get a FOIA document and it will just be all blacked out where you can't see anything. But for those of you who don't know, seriously, in the state of Michigan, you can't get anything pretty much when it comes to FOIA. You can get some things, but a lot you're not going to get. You're not going to get anything from the governor's office, the legislature. Doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, you're just not going to get that information. And it's really sad. And there's a lot of organizations in the state that are doing a lot about this. The Mackinac Center for Public Policy, they're working on this. They have been working on this for years. Journalism groups, the Michigan Association of Broadcasters, trying to bring it out there. Lady Rebecca. Hello, Lady Rebecca. How are you doing? So, yeah. Okay, real quick. I want to bring up one more thing. For those of you who are not in Michigan, you may not know about this, but the head coach of Michigan State University, Mel Tucker, he has been suspended. This only became known because of the media. USA Today, who I criticize often, USA Today did a story about Mel Tucker, Michigan State University head coach, that he was allegedly sexually harassing a woman that was brought on campus to help and teach against sexual assault. Well, the thing is, yeah, without pay. He's been suspended without pay. But the thing is, the university knew about this months ago. The investigation was ongoing. The university knew about it months ago. Why was he suspended today? Well, it's because the story got out in the media. It got out there. It got leaked out nationally. USA Today, CNN, ESPN, they all had it. So what does Michigan State do? They suspend him. Why? Because the story got out in the media. Why does it take a story to get out in the media in order to take action against somebody? Why did the university not do the right thing without the media attention? Right? No, Lady Rebecca, that's the thing. You know, she said they can't suspend him before the investigation is over. He may have legal grounds. He is still owed $70 million by the university. And I'm not saying what he allegedly did is right or wrong. I have no idea. But what I'm saying is, why does it take the media to try to push these organizations to do something? Let me take you back a couple weeks ago. I did an interview with a mom. Remember this? Her child was allegedly grabbed by a man in a store in Sandusky, Michigan. He allegedly tried to kidnap the child. And I have to say allegedly because he has not been convicted yet. Now, they originally charged this guy with misdemeanor charges, misdemeanors. Well, I interviewed the mom. A lot of you called the prosecutor's office. The story got on TV. Channel 12 copied what I did, and they did the story. And guess what? The prosecutor then filed felony charges against this person. Why did it take me and all of you to get the prosecutor to do what many people think is the right thing? Why can't they just do the right thing without the pressure from the media? Sissy, your 90-year-old mother is a Michigan State alumnus. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on at Michigan State. And I'll tell you, the Big Ten, I covered the Jerry Sandusky trial. And you know how Jerry Sandusky, you know how that broke? It was the media. There was a journalist that was snooping around and did a story. That's how Jerry Sandusky was brought down. He is the most disgusting, vile pervert in the world. I covered that story at Penn State. He is the scum of the earth. You wouldn't hear me saying that when I was on TV, would you? But here on Locals, I can pretty much say whatever I want. I'm giving my opinion on that. He has been convicted of molesting many children. That's Jerry Sandusky at Penn State. The situation at Michigan State is different. It's different. We don't know all the information. But my point is, why didn't the university do something earlier if they were going to do it? Why did they do it now? Because the media put it out there. Okay. I was going to show you a clip, but my computers are dead. I have two monitors in front of me, and they're not working, and I don't know why. So I'm just going to talk about something that happened today. George Perlis' son is the worst. George pays off every... Oh, wow. Lady Rebecca. I didn't know that. Yeah, because they didn't want to look bad, but they're looking bad because the media calls them out. Nowadays, you can't hide anything. Stuff is going to get out there. So my suggestion, if you are a mayor or a school board member or a superintendent and you're watching, you better put all the information out there because someone is going to text me. Someone is going to call me and I'm going to put the information out there. I'm going to call you out on it. Okay? One of my insurance clients stopped in the driveway, ordered credit. He had to complete a form, notarized to pay $38. He got a report. Oh, yeah, the criminal charge, the redactions. Yeah, it's interesting. It is. Okay, the one thing I was going to say, President Joe Biden was speaking today in Vietnam, and you may have seen the clip. I put it on my Twitter page, put it on TikTok as well, and I don't think I put it here on Locals yet, but President Biden was holding a news conference, if you call it that, in Vietnam, and at one point he stopped, and he went and looked at his papers, and he said he has to follow the orders and do what he's being told. Well, excuse me, he's the president of the United States. Why does he need to follow anyone else's orders? He's the top guy. So what is going on in the United States in the president's office? And this is not political. This is not Democrat, Republican. If you are the president of the United States, you're in charge. You do what you want. You do not have to follow anyone's instructions. So I don't know if any of you saw that clip earlier today, but yeah, he should be following orders of we the people, says Scott. Yeah, Scott, he should. Or he should be there enough to be able to hold a news conference on his own. Okay, everyone. Lady Rebecca, you may be right about that, Lady Rebecca. Okay, everyone. Well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I really appreciate it. And coming up, another announcement that I have to make. Oh, by the way, where is everyone watching from? I know I have a lot of new supporters here. Where are you all watching from? I will give you a shout out right now. And if you are brand new to my page, type the word new on the screen. Type the word new if you are a new supporter of mine. Lady Rebecca in Kentucky, Sissy in Missouri, Jay Hordo in Corona, Scott in Washington, PA, Esther in California. Thank you, Esther, for joining. Zelda 61. Thank you, Zelda. I appreciate you being here. Like I told you, it means a lot to me. Yeah, so thank you, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate it. And it does mean a lot to me. Okay, coming up for the next 6 weeks, we're going to have some changes. I'm going to have my show on Sunday. I will be broadcasting live on Locals on Sunday, but I will be having my show on Wednesday for the next 6 weeks. I'm going to have a show on Sunday and Wednesday. Usually I would do it on Thursday, but I am going to a church event every Thursday. I'm getting more involved in the church. So I have something happening with my church, and that's going to be happening on Thursdays because God comes first. But I am not forgetting about all of you, though. I am having the show on Wednesday now, and I keep getting more paid supporters. So if I am able to get more paid supporters, I am willing to add another show. So keep on telling your friends about what I'm doing here because we're getting the truth out. We're getting the word out. That's what it's about. JM Kozamak 226. Send me information about that, or I will look it up. The Caro Library Board meets tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm going to be looking that up. I have covered the Caro Library situation before. I interviewed a mom in Caro, Michigan, who claims that the library has basically pornography in the children's section. And I have looked at some of the books. It looks like pornography to me. I wouldn't let my kids watch it. So that I'm going to try to get more about that tomorrow. That's coming up in Caro. Veacham says, when I left my job in D.C. as a FOIA officer, I had to sign a document never to divulge what I know. 30 years ago, they were strategizing ways to avoid sharing. It has been working very well. Any media filing requests are waiting for years to get a response. Absolutely. You are not getting the truth. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm on Locals. I am out here to get the information, and I am not going to stop. And also, Katie Bondy is going to be making an appearance in the near future. That would be my wife. We are behind a paywall right now. So I don't know if my wife wants to come down and say hi. Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. She might be watching. But I'm going to have a show where I bring her on and I talk to her, and you can ask questions of my wife about what's going on. I think I have her here now. Katie Bondy is here, everybody. Let's bring her in. She doesn't have lip gloss on, but that's okay. My monitor is dead. Monitors are dead.
Ooh.
She's shiny, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm shiny. So are you.
So, hello, everyone. This is Katie, my wife. Let me switch screens here. This is the better half. This is the one who helped me design the studio and the one who was moderating earlier.
Oh, yeah, because Jordan was going to get himself. Jordan got himself in trouble.
Yeah, Jordan Gray. He's a really, Jordan is a cool dude. And he likes, because this is Locals and you can say whatever you want, he likes saying whatever you want.
He's just testing it out.
He's testing it. And you can say, you know, whatever. I'm not going to swear, but if you wanted to, I could. And I could talk about COVID and all that kind of stuff. So you plan on being on a show with me. What are you going to be talking about?
Whatever you want to talk about that day. Or the people can just ask me questions because I'm really good at saying what I think. I say more of what I think than you do.
Yeah, my wife is able. I'm on my.
She was sitting next to me.
Okay, my daughter is commenting right now as you.
Yeah, she's on my phone.
Okay, we are not going to bring the kids over here, but
Hi, sweet pea.
COVID. Do you mean the flu? Yeah, absolutely. I had COVID, and I was sicker when I had. What did I have? RSV? No, what did I have?
No, you had the influenza A.
Influenza A, and that beat my ass more than COVID did. Today's comment was from Jordan was inappropriate. You know what? It was inappropriate, but I believe in free speech. And that's why I'm on locals. You can say whatever you want. You can say that the earth is flat if you want. You'd be a moron, but you could say it.
True. I just choose to ignore Jordan's comments at times, but today I decided to stick up for him.
Yeah, free speech is an amazing thing. K Bondy is typing again. Okay. So this is weird. My wife is right here now and she is still typing. That's crazy.
The child is doing it for me.
The child has the phone, so we're in trouble. Okay, before we let you go real quick, any questions that you have for her right there, Katie? The earth is my daughter just wrote, the earth is round because we would be able to drive off the edge of the earth. Duh. That's my daughter typing. Okay. I see Scott is typing. Scott's in Washington, Pennsylvania. I don't know if
He said it's a triangle.
We all know it's a triangle. Yes, the earth is a triangle. Oh, look at more people watching now because you're here. Maybe my wife should do the show instead of me. So we're going to have a whole show where we talk about a number of topics. Maybe homeschooling. She was a hairstylist at one point.
We don't need to talk about that.
We don't want to talk about that. So whatever you want to talk about, if you have one question for Katie, go ahead and ask. I will allow one question right now. One question for Katie, and then we're going to let you go because we are going to go watch 90 Day Fiancé. Believe it or not, there's some scientists trying to say the earth is flat and not round. Well, those scientists are morons then. Yeah, we can say that. I can say that. Will you join Dave every show?
I don't think every show, because this is his thing. This is what he does. But I will definitely join him anytime he wants. And I stopped doing hair because I need to take care of our children. It makes me more available for them after school, helping with homework and just getting them to bed on time, making sure there's dinner made every night. And I'm not quick driving through getting fast food on my way home from work or anything like that. I want to make sure everybody's healthy and
I need
enough sleep and everything else.
To lose 30 pounds. So, okay. Well, thank you for joining us.
Oh, no, I'm typing again.
Oh, my wife is typing again. Why are you so pretty? Stop doing the work of mom and wife.
No,
says
she said stay doing.
Stay doing. Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, actually, I've been really happy being home. Oh, Paula, you're a stylist too. So you understand the whole work-life, mom-wife balance thing and how difficult it can be when you have little ones.
Absolutely. Wow, this is a better than Facebook when it comes to the response time from people.
Yeah, it is. It's really. Why am I still typing?
I'm very tired. Okay, we're going to let you go.
She asked me earlier if she was a bad child. And I said, you're not bad, but you are pretty demanding at times.
Okay, we're going to let you go, everyone, or let you go. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm going to end this in a second here.
Oh, you want me to leave?
Mom raised by 3 of us by herself. I share your exhaustion. I'm doing the Mr. Mom thing. Wow, Scott. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. I need to see what's going on with this. My computer, I have 2 monitors in front of me. Say bye to Katie. And the monitors are not working, so I need to find out what's going on. Hopefully it's something quick because we just bought these like in April. So, okay, everyone. Well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for watching. K Bondy says, bye, Mama. Okay, I'm going to talk to you later, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Coming up on Wednesday night, we are going to be digging in. Wednesday at 7, set your reminders. Wednesday at 7 p.m., we're going to be talking about human trafficking. Human trafficking, it's happening in every state. It's getting worse. The perverts are out there everywhere. I'm going to be talking to someone who is doing something about it, and they're starting a fundraiser, how you can help, coming up on Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on Locals. Also, I'm going to be interviewing a woman who wants to tell you about solar. In the state of Michigan, DTE, Consumers Energy, there are companies that want to buy up farmland like crazy in this state. They want to buy up all the farmland and put solar panels where the farmland was. This could be a major problem. We're going to get into that coming up on Thursday at 7 p.m. But also, every day on my Locals page, every day, I am going to do a segment for only my paid supporters. And that segment is real news. I give you 3 or 4 stories that are important stories that the mainstream media is not telling you about. Every day, you are going to get that here on Locals. Only the paid supporters. Because if I am working for all of you, I'm dedicated to doing this. I'm going to talk to you later, everyone. I'm going to try to fix my computer right now. Oh, Sissy, they're doing it in Missouri as well? Oh, my God. Jeez. For those of you who are new paid supporters, I hope you enjoyed the show. Eventually, I would like to do this 5 days a week. If I can get up to 2,000 paid supporters, I will do this 5 days a week, and I will travel the country. Okay. Talk to Pennsylvania as well, Scott. It seems like it's happening everywhere. Okay, I'll talk to you later, everyone. Have a good day. I need to figure out my computer problems right now.